Did you know that 61% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, yet over 70% of millionaires have used debt to build wealth? The very thing that keeps most people up at night is what the wealthy use to get ahead. So what's the difference? What do they know that the average person doesn't? Let's be real, money fear is everywhere. Ever wanted to invest, start a business, or even just use a credit card, but a little voice in your head screamed, "What if this ruins everything?" That fear, it's not just in your head, it's wired into us. But here's the thing, most of what we fear about money is wrong. In this video, I'll show you why financial fear controls so many people, how to rewire your mindset, and how to turn debt from something that owns you into something that works for you. By the end of this, you'll not only understand money differently, but you'll know exactly how to take control of it. So, if financial fear is so common, where does it actually come from? It's not just about money itself, it's about how our brains are wired, how we were raised, and how society constantly reinforces fear around money. Imagine I gave you a choice. Win $100. Free money, no strings attached. Or lose $50 that'll be gone forever. Logically, these aren't too different. But studies show we feel the pain of loss twice as intensely as we feel the joy of gain. A concept known as loss aversion bias given by Daniel Kahneman, a Nobel Prize-winning economist. This is why people hoard cash, avoid investing, and panic over financial decisions. Fear of losing outweighs the excitement of winning. You didn't even create most of your financial fears. If you grew up hearing things like, "We can't afford that," "Debt is dangerous," "The stock market is just gambling," chances are, those ideas stuck with you. Your childhood money beliefs shape your financial confidence as an adult. Now imagine two kids. One sees their parents use money confidently, investing and leveraging debt wisely. The other hears constant warnings about debt and struggles with financial anxiety. Who's more likely to take smart financial risks later in life? Your financial mindset is shaped long before your first paycheck. Now let's talk about how the media profits off your fear. Turn on the news and you'll see market crash incoming, recession warning, inflation is out of control. Fear sells. The more anxious you are, the more you tune in. And while most people panic, the wealthy are buying assets at a discount, using debt strategically and making long-term financial moves. The difference? They don't let fear control them. They understand that money is a tool, not a monster. But here's the good news. You don't have to stay stuck in this loop. Now that we understand financial fear, let's talk about one of its biggest triggers, debt. Most people hear debt and immediately think stress, sleepless nights, and endless payments. But here's the truth. Debt isn't the problem, bad debt is. If debt was always bad, why do 80% of US millionaires have a mortgage? The difference? The wealthy use debt as a tool, while most people let it use them. Think of debt like fire controlled, it cooks your food. Uncontrolled, it burns your house down. Good debt will help you in building your wealth. Mortgage or home loans are good because real estate generally appreciates over time. If business loans can grow your income, it's an investment, not a liability. Student loans with high ROI for degrees that can get you high-paying jobs can significantly boost lifetime income. Bad debt drains wealth. Credit card debt with interest rates of 20 to 30% can cripple your finances. Payday loans and lifestyle loans are short-term spending at insanely high interest rates. And for luxury car loans, well, a car loses value the second you drive it off the lot. Most people believe, if I can't pay cash, I shouldn't buy it. The wealthy think, if I can borrow at a low rate and invest at a higher return, I'll use leverage to grow my money. For example, if you have $100,000 in cash, you could buy a house outright. No mortgage, no debt, but also no liquidity. Or you could put $20,000 down, get a mortgage, and invest the other $80,000. With this option, you own property and keep your money working for you. This is what the wealthy do. Use debt strategically to control assets while keeping cash available for investments. Now let's take this from theory to action by looking at the three-step process to overcome financial fear. Step 1. Get financially literate. Destroy the unknown. Fear comes from not understanding money. If investing feels like gambling, you don't understand it yet. If debt scares you, you haven't learned how to use it wisely. Action step. Read a money book, like The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel, or start watching financial videos. 10 to 20 minutes a day can change your mindset. Step 2. Reframe your relationship with debt. Instead of thinking I can't afford this, ask, how can I afford this smartly? For example, a $10,000 credit card debt at 25% is bad, but a $10,000 business loan at 5% that makes you $50,000? That's leverage. Look at your debt. Is it helping or hurting you? Make a plan to eliminate bad debt and use good debt wisely. Step 3. Exposure therapy. Start small. The only way to truly overcome financial fear is to face it, strategically. For example, if you're afraid of investing, start with $100 in an index fund. If debt scares you, research how successful people use it. Action step. Take one small financial action today that challenges your fear. Let me share a couple real-life stories of people who overcame financial fear. Sarah, the entrepreneur who used debt wisely. Sarah had $50,000 in student loans and was terrified of taking risks. Instead of aggressively paying it off, she took a $20,000 business loan at 5% interest. Within 18 months, her business was making $250,000 a year. The lesson here is that debt used wisely can create more income, not just pay off old mistakes. John, the investor who overcame fear of stocks. John grew up hearing investing is just gambling. He was afraid to put his money anywhere but a savings account. One day he invested $500 in an index fund, just to see what would happen. Years later, his portfolio was worth 6 figures. The lesson here is to start small and prove to yourself that fear is just in your head. The final mindset shift is to make money work for you. Money is a tool, it can work for you or against you depending on how you use it. Right now you have 2 choices. Either keep letting fear control your financial decisions, staying stuck in hesitation, avoiding risk, and watching opportunities pass by, or start taking small, smart steps toward financial confidence. Because once you do, you'll realize that money isn't something to fear, it's something to master. So here's my challenge for you. Pick one financial fear you've been avoiding, and take action on it today. Whether it's checking your budget, investing your first $10, or learning how to use debt the right way, just start. Leave a comment below, and let's talk about it. I'll be responding to as many as I can. Hit like and subscribe to our channel, and let's start building real financial confidence together.